Selling a home in Woodburn Senior Estates? Don't let one simple mistake cost you the sale. If you're thinking about selling your home in Woodburn Senior Estates, there's one issue that catches many homeowners by surprise. This isn't just another neighborhood with a homeowners association. Woodburn Senior Estates is a 55-plus community with age-restricted housing rules, and if those rules aren't handled correctly, your sale could be delayed or even fall apart completely. At VortexREI, we've spent more than 30 years combined working in real estate, helping homeowners understand complicated situations and avoid costly mistakes. Today, we're going to walk you through what every seller in Woodburn Senior Estates needs to know before putting their home on the market. Let's start with the big picture. Woodburn Senior Estates operates under recorded covenants, conditions, and restrictions, commonly called CC&Rs. These documents establish the community's age qualifications and other ownership requirements. Many people assume that if someone is close to age 55 or plans to live with a qualifying resident, everything will work out. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. Every age-restricted community has its own governing documents, and the specific language matters. Some communities require at least one resident to be 55 or older. Others may require at least one owner on title to meet the age requirement. Certain situations involving spouses, family members, or inherited properties can also create unexpected complications. That's why understanding the community's rules before accepting an offer is so important. Here's where many sellers run into trouble. They assume the HOA or title company will handle all the verification. In reality, waiting until the last minute to discover a buyer doesn't qualify can cost you valuable time and money. Imagine accepting an offer, opening escrow, scheduling movers, and preparing for closing, only to find out days before signing that the buyer doesn't meet the community requirements. Now the transaction is delayed. The buyer may walk away, and your home goes back on the market. We've seen situations where sellers had to relist their homes at lower prices simply because the qualification process wasn't addressed up front. Inherited properties can create another layer of confusion. Maybe your parents owned the home for decades under older community rules, and now you've inherited the property and are preparing to sell. A new buyer generally must comply with the current governing documents and approval procedures in effect today. Assuming previous exemptions automatically transfer to a new owner can create serious problems. The good news? Most of these issues can be avoided with proper preparation. At VortexREI, we follow a three-step process designed to help sellers navigate these technical requirements. First, we review the recorded community documents and verify the age qualification requirements that apply to potential buyers. Second, we coordinate with the Homeowners Association to obtain the current resale package, transfer requirements, and any required application materials. Third, we work with the title and closing process to help ensure all disclosures and documentation are addressed before closing day. Our goal is simple: eliminate surprises and help keep the transaction moving forward. Here's a real-world example. A seller accepted an offer from a buyer who planned to occupy the home with a qualifying partner. Everyone assumed the arrangement would meet the community's requirements. Just days before closing, the buyer's application was denied because the ownership structure didn't comply with the community's governing documents. The sale collapsed. The seller had to relist the property and start over. After reviewing the recorded documents and properly screening future buyers, the home eventually sold to a qualified purchaser and closed without additional delays. The lesson? In a 55-plus community, details matter. Age restrictions are not simply guidelines. They're an important part of the transaction and should be addressed early in the process. If you're preparing to sell your home in Woodburn Senior Estates, start by gathering your governing documents, reviewing your HOA requirements, and understanding the current resale procedures. And if you're unsure where to begin, that's exactly why we're here. At VortexREI, we believe homeowners deserve honest information and practical guidance so they can make informed decisions with confidence. If you'd like help understanding the resale process in Woodburn Senior Estates, contact our team at VortexREI.com. We'll review your situation, answer your questions, and help you understand the next steps, without pressure and without obligation. Because the right information today can help prevent expensive surprises tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, Be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who may be planning to sell a home in Woodburn Senior Estates.